How many people do you know dare to dream at 57? Well, I'm here to speak to a very enterprising gentleman who started and became an entrepreneur at 57. That's right. I'm here to talk to Mr. Madhu Payan Sharma, who is the managing director and founder of TechMart. And we're here to know how he has been able to live successfully as an entrepreneur and having created an amazing company like TechMart.
I'm Madhu Payan Sharma, coming from Delhi. I arrived in Dubai in 1980, and my first job was with Jumbo Electronic as general manager, looking after their marketing activities. I was there as a GM for about 4 or 5 years, and then later on became the director. And by beginning of 1990, say exactly 92, I was the president of the company, which remained till 2002 until I left the company. It was a great company, great work, and we were working with 21 international brands. And the responsibility was spanning in 11 countries from Japan to US. So it was a great experience, and therefore so much was the confidence that one can always do better in life alone. So as a part of organization, 55 years was the retiring age of the people, and I did not want to make an exception, and I took that option and I left on at the age. However, after 1 year of time where I did a bit of a consulting in the various areas, especially from gold manufacturers to telecom and whatnot. And finally, I knew that I would be settling for a stable organization and stable business structure so that it's sustainable. So I had a very dear friend in Nokia as a vice president, and he helped me to develop a new business activity for them, which was not a distributor responsibility, but which was as a partner of the company. And we were known as OMEP, that is Original Manufactured Equipment Partners. So the difference between the distributor and the partner is that this is the first step, which is very close to the relationship. So we knew from the production plan for a full 1 year, the marketing plan, we made it. And therefore, our responsibility was packaging. We would get from the factory in the original form, so we had to do the packaging as per the norms. Distribution, so we were given 16 countries to look after, and we had to do the servicing, so they were there to warranties and whatnot, because piracy was our main competitor, and marketing. So the total gambit as far as the business cycle was concerned. So for this business, TechMart was established. So the basic means technology and market. So this was. So we opened the operations in Jebel Ali, and then we had a subsidiary in UAE ourselves. And in other countries, we worked with Nokia distributors. We appointed them as the distributors and conducted all their activities. So this was a beginning. God has been very kind. Within the first year, we did quite a bit of business, and we made decent profit. No, there was no fear. As a matter of fact, there was a tremendous amount of confidence that if I can do for a very large organization, I'm practically doing the similar stuff on a smaller scale, except that the products are different, the responsibility are different, and I didn't have as many resources as a big company would have it, but that's the reason I selected to take up a business which will not require large capital.
Nice.
Which was accessory business.
Okay.
In the mobile business, which I could also have taken up, it requires very large capital, and obviously would have been out of my reach. So I didn't want to touch. There were other negative areas of the mobile at that time, but I stuck to something that I could handle.
Hi, my name is Neil Sharma. I am Mr. Sharma's son, and I joined TechMart in almost 2011. So I was a strategy consultant before then, and the whole point was, as the organization was growing, I felt from my father, it takes a lot more effort, a lot of excitement to actually do something for yourself. And so when we joined the organization, it was a tremendous learning curve, learning about the business model, the partners, and over time, we've been actually growing the organization. Today, we have almost operations about 7 countries. We are 260 strong. We represent almost 30 global brands.
Right.
It's a very proud achievement of what we've done on the footsteps of Mr. Sharma and, of course, Mrs. Sharma at the same time. And we've been very close with the team members. So a lot of the people who work with us have been there for almost 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
So although it's a small family operation, it's somewhere we feel very valued with the people we work with and with the partners we have.
When you started your career, was TechMart established?
No, I started my career working in Cisco Systems.
Okay.
So
and that time your dad was employed.
Dad was Jumbo. So then I moved into a company called Booz & Company as a strategy consultant. That's when he started working here. So that's when I felt, okay, when we came back to Dubai, we said, okay, let's join the family and see what we can do together. Well, the best part of Mr. Sharma is that he has adapted pretty well. So one of the things we love about him is not me, is my team members. He works with everybody, down from the salesperson to the senior managers. I mean, yesterday just came from Qatar to do a market visit, to work with the partners to understand. So markets keep changing, economics keep changing, but the importance of what we learned is working with our partners, talking to our customers, talking to the team. Based on that, you define how you want to run the organization, because they are your legs. And they're the ones that can tell you this is the direction to take or not take. And that's important learning we've all had from Mr. Sharma, is that you need to go at every level and learn from them, because there's always something to learn. And that's how we've guided the organization.
I think you asked me about the question whether there was a fear at the time of starting this. But the fact is that I said no. Let me support it further, that whenever you are out of job, or let's say out of any activity, what takes, as far as the fear is concerned, one is how I'm going to manage, and the second question is, can I really last it longer? So answer to the first question is a yes. Professionally, I was very, very confident. And economically, I had a very strong back. And my wife at that time was working as a head of research and purchases in Dubai Duty Free. And she already had worked for 18 years. She was one of the senior management team there. And therefore, I knew that even if I don't have a job, at least I can be looked after by, my wife. So that was not the fear. The fear of losing, or the fear of, let's say, losing out money or whatever it is when you're not sure whether you're doing it right or wrong. In this case, it was an extension of my past activities, something that I always loved, and therefore I play a game which I know that I know the rules as well as that I can manage it. So these two things were very important, and the fact is that we could have done much, much bigger in terms of various brands and activities, but the reality is that if I cannot manage them, I don't want to touch them. Let's say the two most important things in life, once you cross 60, is A, engagement. We just came back from our IMA 50th union in Bangalore, and what we realized was at least half of our age group people had problems, physical problems, mental problems. And these things arise because there's no activity in life. They retire and they sit at home. Okay? So that needs to be eliminated. Second thing, as far as the health is concerned, one has to ensure the basics, ABC, and the God has been kind, I had a good health. So we do play golf 3 times a week to make sure that there's some activity on that side, and also ensure that physically we are doing something or the other in terms of physical exercises. So these two important things keep us going on.